This is Autopsy Simulator, a first-person horror sim hybrid where players take on the role of a practiced pathologist and study case files, created in collaboration with real-world forensic doctors to help guide their dissection of anatomically accurate bodies to determine each subject's cause of death. If you're not a fan of gore, you probably shouldn't watch this one. Let's jump into it. Prologue.
Office of the Medical Examiner, Pete'sville. Dr. Jack Hadman is speaking. How can I help you?
Good evening, this is Kate Brooks. I'm not sure if you remember me. A few weeks ago, we talked about an article I'm working on. It's about your wife. I dropped by last Friday to speak to you, but you weren't working at the time. I asked the security guard to pass on a note.
She's pretty bubbly.
I would like us to discuss the topic of...
I thought I had made it painfully obvious for the last time. No! Please don't call me again and stop inquiring about my wife.
Damn, okay.
Damn journalists. They don't let me work. God damn it.
Am I okay? I don't think I'm
not in
okay.
the best frame of mind to record a lecture for my students now. I'm feeling completely broken.
Okay.
Where did I leave my meds this time?
All right, folks, welcome in. We're playing Autopsy Simulator. If you're sensitive to, well, autopsy stuff, probably should maybe not watch or close your eyes. I'm going to probably have to edit some of this video. It's pretty graphic from what I hear. And so if you're sensitive to any of that, just a heads up. All right, we're going to look for our pills. I guess we're playing like the cousin of Dr. House or something. I don't know. Looks like we have lots of stuff we can click on. We've got outside. We've got our office here. Some medical charts. I got a picture here looking good. I want to explore this game a little bit. Let's open up this. We have the bathroom, all right? Things are a little fuzzy, you know, on the corner of my vision. We got a hall here. It's a little creepy, not going to lie. And let's get inside, look around here. Hello in here? Anything? It's pretty dirty. What the hell? I would think an autopsy place would be a little bit cleaner than this, wouldn't it? Why? I can't even see over there. Here's our pills. Let's grab those.
Time to pull myself together.
All right.
And get back to work.
Okay. Do I really need to take those during the game or what? What's the situation? Sounds like the water's running. Everything's so dark. All right, let's get out. Says we gotta get back to work.
I need to set the camera first.
Take the storage camera from the storage room. Let me see where that's at. Your storage right here. Good guess.
This place is starting to look like a hoarder's dream, rather than a storage room.
Look at this old thing. I think my dad had one of these.
Now remember, Jack, don't forget, hit the record button this time.
All right, let's go. I guess place it on the tripod in the dissecting room. All right, let's bring it over here. This is gonna be nasty. It's gonna smell funny too. You can't smell video games, Floppy. Oh, it's gonna smell.
The tripod is going to hold up.
Okay, is it blurring for me? I think things are being blurred for me. Hopefully enough. Again, probably not getting monetized on this one. That's all right. I'll take the hit. It still looks like an interesting game. Let's go ahead. Sorry if you're seeing too much of the game. Again, you've been warned. Do not bitch at me. I do love you, though. Thank you for being here. Please leave a like. All right. Video, camera, VHS.
Now, I just have to get everything in frame.
Let's get that massive meat in frame here. Frame the cadaver and begin recording, okay?
This should be fine. November 20th, 1991. Time, 8:43 p.m. Recording for medical students from the University of Missouri. This autopsy is conducted by Jack Hadman. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the autopsy room. Today, you will have the dubious pleasure of following a full autopsy, step by step. For those of you who have already performed your first autopsy, this will refresh your basic knowledge. In turn, for those whose knowledge is only theoretical, I advise not to watch this after a meal.
Alrighty. Let's go ahead and look at the chalkboard. It says we have Toby Chambers. Is this the right chalkboard or is another one? Take a look at the chalkboard. Oh, this one over here. We have multiple chalkboards. All right.
Let's start.
Tell students what is important in their profession.
Always wear an apron, mask, and gloves. Goggles are a must when the job is splashy. And in case of sharp accidents, it's worth having disinfectants at hand. It's true that you won't get ptomaine poisoning straight away, but if your liver or kidney aren't doing well, you may end up with diarrhea.
Fantastic. I know that feeling. Okay, moving
The
on.
cadaver is placed on its back on the autopsy table. The pathologist stands on the right of the deceased. Make sure that all the necessary tools are always at hand so that you don't have to run around looking for something, like I do all the time. In the process of revealing and securing forensic evidence, it is difficult not to interfere with the original condition of the deceased.
Okay.
Written and photographic documentation plays a vital role throughout the entire examination process.
And last
During
step.
your research, be patient, inquisitive, but above all, attentive to detail. Many entries are visible at first glance, but sometimes they can be cover for more interesting stories. And lastly, remember that nothing teaches you self-narration like working with the dead. So get used to that fact soon.
Or recording
Everyone
videos
will
by
think you're
yourself.
talking to yourself.
Okay, let's go ahead and talk to
Now,
ourselves.
onto the police folder. That will contain all sorts of pertinent information as to who the deceased might be and what potentially happened to them. So, let's take a closer look, shall we?
Okay, we're gonna find the police folder. Look through the information provided in the police folder. We've got donuts. I see donuts. All right. Let's take a look. Where is the police folder? Right here in front of me. All right, police evidence file. We've got different objects here.
The deceased's name is Tobias Chambers, locally known as Old Toby. Homeless and unemployed for at least a couple of years.
We've got a value of $50 for food coupon to New Orleans. Okay, food coupons program. All right, cool. Let's put that back down here. What do we got?
The deceased was found on the outskirts of a parking lot at a gas station, where he often begged and persistently offered drivers to wash their car windows.
Okay.
The body was noticed by a station employee during the morning shift. Initially, he thought that someone had thrown some boots and a coat in a nearby ditch. It took him a moment to recognize the pile of clothes as the body of a man. Signs of libation were found around the body. Empty bottles, traces of an inept attempt to start a fire, and a scattered makeshift blanket. He worked most of his life at the local port dealing with unloaded cargo. He was fired for being drunk and starting fights. His son runs a hardware store on his own. His wife left him years ago. They both had no contact with the deceased.
All right, I think that's all
That's
the information. All right. Let's exit out of here.
It's worth remembering the context around the scene of a death. This allows you to better interpret any traces found on the body. I shouldn't start the procedure without gloves.
Okay, let's find some gloves. Let's see what we got. What is this over here? It looks like gloves. They look like
Now
they've
it's
been
our turn
used,
to
though.
take some pictures for our files. If I can just remember where I left the camera. It's in here somewhere.
This is from the desk drawer. Let's get it
There
out
you
of
are.
here. Let's grab you.
And it was here somewhere.
Like a Polaroid camera. All right. Old school,
As I
baby.
mentioned at the beginning, before we begin the internal examination, we need to document the cadaver and the condition it arrived in. We begin with a full body photo. Try and stick to the top-down rule, but this is not always possible. Let's keep in mind it's all about the legibility, not the perfect frame.
The top-down view. Like what? Like, okay, take a general photo. Equip equipment. All right.
Voila. Now we move on to the next step.
Okay.
Looking for traces. Take your time.
I've never
Look at
seen a
the corpse
blurred
from
penis
different
before.
Sides, from different angles, up close, and from a distance. You're looking for anything out of the ordinary.
Okay. Let's get back here. Can I get out of this, or am I taking pictures? Find marks on the body to photograph. Oh, right here I have something. Can I zoom in?
The boiler healed wound. Looks old. I'll take a closer look later.
Okay. 1 of 4. All right, let's go back. See, he's got something on his knees. His toes are looking pretty nasty, too. It doesn't look like I can take a picture of that one. I mean, I can, but I think it's been turning white when you actually find something. Oh my god, what is this foot?
Some wounds in the feet and signs of frostbite. Probably because the subject's shoes were too small.
Okay. See what else we can find. Stick the head up here. Looking fine up here. The mouse sensitivity is pretty quick when you're in on the camera, so it's a little bit out of range here, a little bit quick here. Let me right click. It's not letting me take a picture.
That's
There we go.
something interesting. It will be necessary to check whether this injury was severe enough to cause damage to the brain.
Okay. Let's go ahead and check. Hello, sir. Can you talk to me? Are you okay? Are you fine? Can you tell me what happened? What happened? I saw a white thing. There it is. What are we looking for?
Hardened hands, worn out by physical work, and Frostbite?
Okay, look like you got a little chilly. Maybe you got
In a moment,
hit in the head,
we
passed
will check
out.
which of our initial
Froze
observations
to
will
death?
be worthy of further consideration. But before we get to that, I need to write down some basic data.
Get these on here. Pin the photos to the photo board. Let's get these up. All right, perfect. So we've got the head wound, we've got feet, we've got stomach, which is an old wound, and we have the hands as well. It's time to perform the autopsy. All right, what am I doing? We have our tools here. It just says, what am I just supposed to... I don't know if the game realizes this. I didn't go to school for this. Let's click this.
Scalpel, scissors, syringe, magnifying glass, knife. I guess I forgot to clean the knife. Scalpel, scissors, syringe,
Forgot to clean the
magnifying
knife.
glass, knife.
Okay.
I guess I forgot to clean the knife.
All right, I need more information than that. Hello, lady. This must be the X, maybe? We do have a computer here as well. Some donuts. We've got our lamp. Little fax machine phone. How do we clean this? So, I don't think I can pick up one thing. He's just talking about it. So, we have the sink over here. Oh, maybe my knife is missing, like the main knife? Or is it just that one? Much confusion. Oh, it's dirty. It's dirty, I see. Okay, well, how do I...
Scalpel. I guess I forgot to clean the knife.
Okay, clean it. Clean it, bitch. Okay, I'm looking around here. Let's take a look. What's this?
My old but trusted centrifuge. Ideal for all the fluid tests I need to perform during an autopsy.
Okay, let's look at and see what else. We got the lamp.
I wasn't sure it would amount to anything, but the World Wide Web has been a blessing for speeding up my work.
Here we have, what's this, to clear your eyes out?
It's been a while since the eye wash in this thing was changed. It's probably a health hazard now.
Okay.
Personal information. The deceased was unclothed. Date. Okay. As you can see, I note everything down on previously prepared forms. Every pathologist must keep a detailed record of every step of the autopsy. This not only allows you to track the procedure, but also collates the results together, upon which you may back up your conclusions. So, enough of the boring prep. Let's begin by taking a closer look at the spots I photographed earlier. For this, you're going to need a magnifying glass.
All right, so we have down in the bottom here, first off, we have inspect the areas of concern with the magnifying glass. So tools is my tab button. Shift is my clipboard, so that was probably what I just had, right? And if we take a look, we have the name, we've got the age, weight, height, date. We've got the description of the body, so unclothed. If there's rigor, probably time of death, we've got 10 to 12 p.m. on that date. Marks and wounds on the body, cause of death, comment, manner of death, accident, natural suicide, unknown homicide, place of investigation, yada yada. So all full information there. We can move up and down the body if we want. And we also have the tools. Let me check with the magnifying glass.
Which spot first?
Well, let's start at the head. You know what? I'll take the old wound just to get out of the way.
Looks like a burn mark. No doubt painful, but it's not pertinent for this case.
All right, this bitch is sitting up on top of the liver here. Not quite sure. Let's look at the feet.
Definitely a painful mix of frostbite.
Oh my god, it's like
abrasions,
necrotic
and
as shit.
blisters. Old Toby had been wearing shoes too small for him for a very long time.
Looks delicious.
That's if he wore any at all.
I'm gonna put this on the new Floppy Feets website. Well, this will be the winning moneymaker, I think. All right, let's move on here. No, we're not gonna. Okay, let's check
Here
out the
we can see
hand.
frostbite on the fingertips.
Mhm.
You can tell by the characteristic skin color.
Yep, coldest hand job in the West. Too soon? Okay.
I can confirm the presence of ecchymosis on the deceased man's head. The appearance indicates the intravital nature of the wound. Add alcohol, which I can clearly smell, and this was an accident just waiting to happen.
All right, so we have ecchymosis. We have some bruising here. Got quite a little
So far,
notch on
there
the
are a lot
head.
of superficial wounds, but only one serious injury to the head. Let's go back to our notes.
All right, so highlight the previously found wounds on the clipboard mannequin. All right, so let's go ahead and bring that up.
First, I mark the location of the injuries and make notes for each one. The head wound. Definitely an important clue. This
Okay.
is something we'll investigate first. Even though this type of wound didn't contribute to the deceased's death, we're still required to record it. We're not in frost season yet, but high humidity, wind, and the inability to warm up can also be causes of frostbite.
It's got to be Canada.
If Toby's body was cold for a prolonged period, the frostbite could have resulted from the body's defense reaction. The safety of the internal organs is more important than fingers, nose, or ears. As you can see, we don't have much to go on. Let's write down what preliminary causes of death we can think of.
Okay.
Considering the conditions in which he slept, his body may have become hypothermic.
Oh, I see. Click on
This
these.
is of no interest to us. Various types of accidents are a common cause of death among the homeless and the elderly.
He was
Perhaps
murdered!
Toby slipped and accidentally hit his head. The nights have been particularly nasty lately. We will check if there are any signs of freezing internally. Since the deceased clearly smelled of alcohol, I'll add alcohol poisoning to our list.
Okay. People with alcohol, too, they tend not to realize how cold they are as well. So let's put down the clipboard and continue the autopsy, all right?
We still have one thing left from the basics. Rigor mortis.
Check the dick. Okay, no. Rigor mortis. Okay. Let's check it. Is there a... You might... Okay.
Well, we take our deceased by the hand.
How do I use this?
Gradually we raise it.
Oh my god, the sound. Okay, we gotta stay in the box.
Now let it go. As you can see, the hand falls loose. What's the conclusion? Death must have occurred more than 72 hours ago. The police information appears correct.
Okay, cool. Next.
Head trauma seems the most promising.
It's like the
so
skull
we'll
saw.
start there.
Oh my
For
god.
this, I need an oscillating saw.
All right, Chad. It's time to get into it. We need the saw. You
The
might want to
cut
look
is
away
not
now.
from ear to ear.
Oh my god. Oh dear god, no, what is happening? No, Floppy, why are you playing this? Oh dear. Okay, we're good.
After which, we remove the skin and
Listen.
the top of the skull.
Listen, it's just like carving a pumpkin, okay? It's Halloween right now. None of this is real. It's a video game. Begin a thorough brain analysis by examining the organ, okay? Examining.
After the basic examination, we can see that the brain's cerebral gyri in both hemispheres are symmetric. The brain looks good. Let's take a cross-section.
Blah, 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 blah. Hubba, blah, blah, blah. Hi, guys. It's Floppy Brain here. Nice to meet you, bro. What's going on? It's like the turtles from Finding Nemo. Hey, bro. Jiggly, jiggly. You guys gonna eat Jello anytime soon? You're welcome. Okay. Sorry about that. Let's see. Leave the body.
Some
All right.
pathologists prefer to examine organs without removing them. However, for me, it's much more convenient to examine them on a board, which we'll do now.
Okay, dude. Let's do it. Examine them on a board. Leave the body. Right click. Dissect the brain at the cutting board. Let's see where this is at. All right, let's see where we're at here. Behind us. Looks like I'm about to eat it. Dissect the brain at the cutting board. Again, playing a video
Holding
game,
a
folks.
long,
Playing a video
narrow
game.
blade
Everything's
knife in
cool.
the dominant hand, we slowly cut the cranial nerves on both sides, all the time pulling the brain towards us.
Oh, I see. Okay, I see. Oh my god, it's jiggly. It's like a
So
weird,
far, so
it's like a
good.
weird cake.
The hematoma seems to have had no effect on the brain.
All right. Return to the autopsy. All right. See what's
We
next.
can rule the fatal
This is
accident out
delicious.
as well.
Exclude fall as potential cause of death. The cerebral gyri in both the hemispheres are symmetrical with clear grooves. Okay. Let's see.
Brain is in good condition, so we have no choice but to proceed to the internal examination of the other organs.
All right, freezing and alcohol. We're gonna check
Grab a
out.
scalpel from my kit.
We're gonna check out the insides here.
The
I think.
incision should be in the shape of a letter Y. We use a deep cut to reach all the way to the ribs and to penetrate the abdominal wall.
Oh my God, no! Why are you doing this?
All right. Now we peel back and separate the skin.
Okay, let's do it. I don't have a lot of commentary for this gameplay video. Usually I'm talking a lot. Yeah, what the fuck, you know? I actually have a huge interest in physiology and pathology and stuff, but this is an interesting game. It's very realistic and interesting if you're into this. With an empty hand, peel back the skin flaps, all right? How do I get the scalp out? Okay. Oh my god. Okay, good. Can I pick that up? No. All right, we're inside. Is there another skin flap I'm missing here? Okay, there we go. Oh no, I right-clicked. I went out. With an empty hand, peel back the skin flaps. Oh, I wasn't grabbing the right spot.
The ribs. We'll need the loppers for this.
All right. The loppers. Okay. Now, if you haven't been bothered yet... Okay.
Quite a satisfying crunch.
Jesus Christ.
After removing
that wasn't as bad as I
cartilage
thought.
Tissue, we instantly noticed two things. Firstly, there is no congestion of the internal organs. This means that although the deceased was hypothermic, it didn't kill him. Secondly, the deceased smoked like a chimney. So, we should take a closer look at those lungs.
They're looking kind of nasty. Begin a thorough analysis by investigating, okay?
We can see widespread black and tarry deposits caused by... Despite the tragic condition of the lungs, they are not the cause of death. Alice smoked too. It didn't kill her, but... what was I talking about? Lungs. Yes. Advanced inflammation.
Lungs with extensive black-gray deposits, visible inflammatory changes, and excessive distension of lung tissue caused by cigarette smoking. Lungs with advanced inflammation not related to the death of deceased. Okay, so ruling that out too.
What now? The syringe. Now's a good time to collect some samples.
I swear I just saw his hand move. Am I freaking out? I think I'm freaking out. Syringe this guy.
Specifically 3. From the eye, the heart, and the bladder. I'm interested to see the concentration of alcohol in the body. Vitreous humor analysis is very useful in indicating long-term alcohol abuse.
There's one.
5 milliliters from the left ventricle should do it.
There's 2. And one more.
Now from the bladder, we draw about 10 milliliters of fluid.
Alright, there we go.
Now we take our samples to the centrifuge. But before I do that, I need to find my notebook. My dyscalculia means that I always double-check the settings. Please excuse me while I run and fetch it.
Retrieve the notebook from the office with the necessary values to run the centrifuge. Okay, let's go get this. This from the office. Am I going to have a little mental breakdown while I'm over here? Feels like a mental breakdown break. What is this? The hell? Lipstick. Okay. Notebook. Is it this one?
This thing is covered in stains. I should check this out under the microscope sometime.
Alright, let's come on back. Not creepy at all.
Let's get back to the examination.
Anybody else hungry? Anybody else hungry yet? Use the centrifuge.
It's been a while since the eye wash in this thing was changed.
Oh, that's not it. What am I doing?
It's probably a health hazard now.
That's the eye wash thing. I wasn't paying attention. Here, this is what we want.
All of the samples into the rotor.
1, 2, and then third one. Let's get you in there. Slide you in right nice and tightly.
Now, we set the appropriate time and speed.
Select the correct values on both dials and start mixing. Notes. N. Presence of alcohol in the blood. Time is 15 minutes. Speed is 70%. 15 and 70. Okay.
Oh, shit. The fuses again.
Perform the, okay. You're not going to wake up and start talking to me, are you? Okay, let's try grab these.
But trusted centrifuge. Ideal for my own, but trusted centrifuge. Ideal for all the fluid tests I need to perform during an autopsy. Where were we? Oh, yes. The blood alcohol concentration. Let's see what we've got here.
All right, let's grab these out.
Everything's separated as it should. Our lab is closed until tomorrow after the last, incident. However, considering that Toby's favorite eau de parfum appears to be ethanol, I'm guessing the results won't surprise me at all. Let's go further. We will now focus on the cardiovascular system, specifically the heart. We remove the organ and examine it closely. We look for dark hypoxic areas, clots, or other elements that stand out as abnormal. At first glance, the heart looks fine. The pulmonary trunk and aorta seem to be in good condition. There are no pathological changes that would have contributed to Toby's death.
I have no marks.
Now let's take a closer look at the stomach.
Stomach.
Size is normal, healthy, and as expected...
Jiggle. Looks like a chicken.
Stomach has no major external
Y'all want some
damage.
raw chicken? Hey, guys.
We must now cut it open and inspect inside.
Floppy chicken. No major external damage. Okay. Action. How do I...
We'll do it carefully so that its contents do not spill out.
Okay, I gotta get off here. Let's get to the cutting board. Let me smash this up. Let's get it.
We open the stomach along the greater curvature, from the heart to the pyloric end.
Okay.
Oh, I already feel like there's something left inside.
Gross. The pyloric sphincter. For those of you who have reflux, that's the motherfucker that doesn't close properly. And the acids come up your esophagus. And it's a pain in the dick.
Okay, large amount of gas. Small amounts of yellow, grayish food content.
Disgusting, love it.
Resembling some kind of meat.
Okay,
Either our deceased hadn't eaten in days, or the bulk of his stomach had already found a way out.
Let's just leave that there for later.
Find the missing contents.
Large
there
amounts.
Are two ways here. One is obvious, and the other is... It couldn't have been suffocation, could it? I'll add this to the list and move on to the deceased's neck.
Okay. Begin a thorough trachea analysis by examining the organ. All right.
At first glance, the trachea looks normal. Same result as with the stomach. The external inspection doesn't tell us anything. This time we'll cut on a tray. While cutting such a small organ as the trachea, we must make a precise incision. To be able to cut with the very tip of the blade, we must hold the scalpel as we would a pen.
Oh my god. Okay, let's bring this down. People do this for a living. Crazy. All right, there we go. Let's open it up.
After careful examination and deduction, we've got it. A clogged trachea. It's time to summarize the whole thing.
Huh. Return to the autopsy. All right.
Based on the report and preliminary documentation, it's safe to assume that the deceased passed out after consumption of alcohol and then fell asleep on his back.
Asphyxiation. So he puked, and then breathed
the
it
gastric
in.
contents refluxed and flooded the airways, causing death.
This is disgusting. I love it. All right. Note the main cause of death.
That's why we don't forget about the recovery position at dorm parties.
The deceased probably fell asleep or fainted after drinking a large amount of alcohol. Its concentration suppressed signals in the brain that control the gag reflex, leading to choking. All right. So accidental, I guess, would be the... Am I supposed to decide the appropriate manner of death? Well, accidental. Natural, suicide, unknown, homicide, I'll say.
Now it's all clear. The death was suffocation. Now the mystery is solved. But for us, this is not the end. First, the dead body needs to be cleaned up.
Not the F I wanted. Okay, are we good? All right,
For
get out of here.
we will need to close the body and grab the needle.
Okay.
First, we unroll the skin flaps.
Skin flaps, my favorite word ever.
And
Look at them
then
floppy
we
things.
sew the deceased back up.
Let's go ahead and do that. This game's so fucked. I don't have a lot to say about it because it just is what it is. I don't really have jokes about this. I'm trying my best.
I'm using
holy
the baseball
shit.
stitch technique. This stitching method is very strong and quick to do.
Okay. And that would be... Are you going to tell me what it is? Or select the needle and stitch the corpse up? Okay, you just kind of go over it. There you go, bud. Sorry.
Beautiful.
Leave the body.
Now we say goodbye to the deceased and put them safely in the fridge, ready for the next stage of their journey.
Place the body into the fridge and close it. How do I close it? I'm clicking. There we go. Close this.
I'm tired. I'll drop these samples off at the lab on the way to the bar.
Still recording? Head to your car in the parking lot. All right, I guess we're done in here. I'll just leave this here, I suppose. Maybe we can fry that up later. All right, it's just a joke, YouTube. Calm down. Just joking.
Steven.
Not real. Not real. Let's go.
I don't feel like trekking along today.
Head your car in the parking lot. Let's get outside. And I guess that ends up the, I don't know if that's the whole prologue or what. That was interesting. I'm going to be honest. I actually kind of liked this. This was interesting. What's happening now? Oh shit, do I have dreams? Hello? Hello, what is this? Can I help you, sir? Not this again. This again. Ah! Not bones. Oh, gross. What's going on in here? Oh, no. What is this? A pile of my dreams? All right, folks, thanks for watching. If you want to see more, please leave a like and let me know in the comments what you think. It's hard for me to talk in this game because the guy talks so much. I really like it. It feels good quality, well made. Check it out on Steam. Link is in the description below. If you're new here, please subscribe to the channel. Thanks for being here. I appreciate it. I'll see you in the next one.